My hands had never been so full. But God blessed me with a big family who could help out. My Aunt Bebe had been a babysitter when I was little, and now she was taking care of my own babies. Aunt Bebe had my kids picking up their rooms and running to the table when she called them for dinner. There always seemed to be a pot bubbling on our stove. She was a second mom to all of us. Learning instantly how to be a nurse to Ben was hard, but it had to be done. I had to make sure his catheter stayed clean, or else a potentially deadly infection could set in. Every day, I had to flush the catheter with both a medicine called heparin, which prevented Ben's blood from clotting, and a saline solution. I was amazed that Ben never played with his catheter, or even with the rubber tubes coming out of his chest. He just let me do what I had to do. This was such an unpredictable time. Just when it seemed like everything was under control, Ben would get another infection from his catheter, and we'd be off again to the hospital. No matter how much we tried, keeping that catheter clean was really hard. A mother can only take so much. Sometimes I'd sneak away and lock myself in my room. I'd get on my bed and kick and scream and holler, "Lord, I need you." I had endured a lot in my life by this time, but I had to vent and release the pressure. I had to give it all to God. I'd have a fit for about 30 minutes, blow my nose, clean myself up, and come out like nothing had happened. Psalm 91 became my prayer of healing during these trying times. I'd loved this passage from the time when I'd first heard it in church as a young girl. Because you have made the Lord, who is my refuge, even the Most High, your dwelling place, no evil shall befall you, nor shall any plague come near your dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over you, to keep you in all your ways. Verses 9 through 11. The first round of chemotherapy took away a lot of that eerie whiteness in Ben's right eye. The doctors and I were so hopeful. My spirits were up, thinking Ben could beat this cancer and keep his sight. But after 2 months of chemo, I was devastated to find out that all the treatments and prayers hadn't been enough. The doctors ran their first MRI since Ben had started chemotherapy, and the results weren't good. The right eye was already so consumed with the tumor that the doctors decided it needed to be removed. We couldn't risk the cancer spreading to his optic nerve. Ben was so little that he didn't understand what was going on. I felt sick inside, struggling with the thought that my baby was losing a body part and not knowing what might come next. I felt so sorry for him and so frustrated that I couldn't make it go away. But I knew I had to make this decision. It was life or death for him. The surgery was faster than I expected, less than 2 hours. Pastor Pugh and Sister Devon kept me company in the waiting room. We didn't talk much. We prayed, putting our trust in God, and waiting. And waiting. Ben was groggy after the surgery and rested quietly in the recovery room. I put on my cheeriest face as I knelt next to him, telling him I loved him while studying the mounds of bandages that blanketed his little head. Underneath the bandages, Ben's right eye socket was deeply bruised and so puffy it closed shut. I knew this fight was just getting started. The doctor sent us home only an hour after Ben woke up, which kind of surprised me. I figured they'd want to observe someone who'd lost an eye for a while longer. It was time to be Dr. Mom again. This was trauma on a new level for me, because I was thinking, my baby doesn't have an eye, and I don't want to see what that looks like. His eye wasn't just different, it was gone.